What up, though? Y'all already know it's your boy, man. Hey, check it. It's story time, but this on some real deal situation, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna put it like this here, dog. And this is no cap, no nothing. If you don't know the game, you gonna get fucked clean over. If you don't know the game and you're not trying to learn the game and you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you're gonna get messed over really good. So let me tell y'all what happened to me. I get an alert that pop up on my phone. Okay, cool. Get an alert and say, hey, from Jacksonville to Lake City, we're paying you $282. I took it. Okay, 77 miles. Let me make sure I got it right. 77 miles, right? 77.8, whatever. 77 miles. Hour and 20-minute drive. From Jacksonville to Lake City, 282. Who's not going to take it? All right? Took it. It was later in the day. It was like, I think I picked up like 4 o'clock. You know, in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah. So I get to the warehouse. The warehouse tell me, man, we stay open till 1 o'clock in the morning. It was like, oh, we about to get ready to switch shifts in a couple of hours. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, man, because normally, you know, shippers are closed at 4, 5 o'clock. Y'all ain't doing this. They're like, yeah, man, we stay open at 1. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm bouncing around, going on to Lake City. I get to my destination. It's closed. I called the phone number on there. We're sorry. We closed at 5 p.m. So now I'm hitting them up through however I'm communicating with the people that sent me out there. But before I know it, as soon as I brought up the app so I can communicate with them, I get a call from 877. Hey, this such and such from the blank company. I'm not going to say the company name, but I give you a hint. It's a company that I was recently talking about. If you guys, been with me or whatever, but I'm not going to say their name. But because everybody is not the same and I don't want to bash the company, and I feel like somebody from that company probably watched my page. I'm just going to be honest. It is what it is. If they do, I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not downing your company. Everybody that works at that company is not the same. However, if you get a chance to look at this load and you get a chance to hear the conversation that was had, then you will understand my frustration. And you will understand the reason why I would like to put my followers up on game. This shit is important. If you don't know the game, learn the game. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you're going to get fucked clean over. I mean that. So I get there, the place closed. I get a call. Hey, man, are you there? Yeah, I'm there. I say, hey, this place is closed. The lights out. Oh, man, hey, call this number right here. And, if you don't get an answer or something, I'll give you a call back in a couple minutes just to, check on you or whatever to see if you got an answer or not. I called the number. It's the same number that I called. It's the number to the store. Hey, we're closed. For emergency after hours, press 0. I press 0. Hey, look, I got a load out here. Y'all need to send somebody back to work to offload my truck. Oh, sir, I'm sorry. We can't do that. We closed at 5. That's going to have to wait until tomorrow. I'm like, now I'm hot because I got to be somewhere else 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, dang, I can't really play like this. I got stuff to do. I had I think I had went to the eye doctor, follow up with my situation. And then I had to go to Orlando. All right. So the dude, he ended up calling me back for real. I thought he was just playing. But he say, hey man, I'm so sorry, man. I ain't mean to put you in no bad situation, man. They should have never booked you on this load this late, knowing that this place here was closed, man. I'm so sorry about that, man. We can make it right for you, man. Like that ain't right or whatever. So I'm listening to all of that. So he say, can you hold this load overnight or what, man? I say, it depends on what the pay is. I was like, I really got something to do. And I'm on, that's what it was. It was my medication. I had to apply some kind of ointment, 4 times a day or whatever. So 4 times a day, which means that's every 6 hours or something like that. So I didn't really want to do it. I want to take care of my health. You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, dude, I got this going on. I got to go to Orlando, XYZ. I say, but it depends on how much you talk, and I can probably, you know what I mean? So you say, yeah, man, I know it's tough and, this, that, and the third, but if you can hang on to it, that's good, man. I say again, how much are we talking? Like, let's skip all the little act like you my friend and all of that. Because when you say they shouldn't have booked you on the load, they is probably you. You're probably the one that screwed it up. I'm 100% sure. All right, so cool. At the end of the day, he said, man, I don't know. You tell me what's fair. Tell you what's fair. So y'all don't have a standard and knowing what you pay people for layovers. I say, listen. I say for layovers, I charge $250. I charge $250 for layovers. He was like, yeah, man, I tell you what, listen to me careful what I'm finna say. Listen to the next thing I'm finna say. This is what he said. He said, I tell you what. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to my boss and talk to my manager to see, we can go ahead and get you that $250, dude. Because it is a messed up situation. You drove all the way out there, man, and I understand you got things to do, man. So I'm gonna take this out of, he said, I'm gonna put this into a hold status, an overnight hold status, and I'm gonna talk to my manager and we, get you that $250 or whatever, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, cool. So tell me why 3 minutes later, exactly 3 minutes later, I get an alert on my phone because it's automated through the app. And it says, your rate has been approved for, the new amount of $150. Your rate has been approved. Thank you. You got any more problems, reach out or whatever. So I'm like, dude just tried to play me. Because first of all, I asked you for $250, and the message said, he wrote back in the message thing saying that, but I can't contact them directly like that. So I have to go through a whole new, a whole new way of contact. Let's put it like that. In order to get back to him or whoever that's in the office, which he said he was the only one in the office. But the fact that he messaged me back, say, hey, man, my boss said, the most we can pay is $150 for layover, man. So we updated or whatever, this, that, and the third. So I'm writing back to the number. Maybe they got the message. I said, hey, look, I'm not staying nowhere for $150. I say, that's not what we agreed on. I say, matter of fact, we didn't make an agreement. I asked you for $250 and you told me you was going to talk to your manager and give me a call back. But you tried to sneak. I say, I feel like you're doing some sneaky stuff because you just put $150 in the system and you updated the order and that was it and everything ready to go. I say, no. I say, I'm not staying here. This is what I wrote. I'm not staying here for $150. I say, I will go back to Jacksonville. And I'm glad that I like to talk to people at the different warehouses because not only am I always looking for a connection, but I'm always building rapport with people just to find out what's going on. And they're the ones that told me they closed at 1 o'clock. So one thing about it, I told them, I said, listen, I go back to Jacksonville, man. I said, that warehouse don't close till 1 o'clock. They probably didn't think I knew that. So he was like, that's what I wrote down. So I get a phone call. He called me back. Hey, man, yeah, sorry about that, man. The company rate is $150 for layover, man. I understand. I say, hey, bro, I say, check this out. If I take your $150, I'm staying over for free. I say $100, between $100 and $150 is how much the hotel gonna cost. I'm not finna sleep in no roach hotel, and I'm not sleeping in my truck on your error. It was you guys' error. So I refuse to sleep in my truck, and I refuse to get a roach motel. So I'm going to get a $100 hotel. So I say, bro, after I spend that money on a hotel, I'm staying for free. I say, that's why I asked you for $250. He said, well, sorry, man, I got a boss, man. I understand, I feel you, but I got a boss, man. I can't. I say, dog, how was that fair that y'all sent me all the way down here and knowing that the place was closed? And I said, okay, I'm going back. I told him verbally that I'm going back to Jacksonville. That's what I told him. I said, I'm going back to Jacksonville. They closed at 1 o'clock. Because I think he tried to tell me that the warehouse was closed. So at the end of the conversation, I told him, oh, they closed at 1. I'm taking this stuff right back. So if I take the stuff back to Jacksonville, and this, well, hold on, I ain't gonna even say that yet. So he said, all right, man, sorry about that. So we hang up the phone. I know they're tracking me. I'm going towards 95. I'm 4 minutes away from the expressway. I guess they thought I was playing. 4 minutes away from the expressway, I'm finna get on the expressway. I get a phone call. Hey, man, I talked to my boss again, man. He say, man, he's just hold it, man. He's gonna pay you $300. He's gonna pay you $300, man. Just hold it, man. This, that, and the third, and just deliver it first thing in the morning, man. Sorry about the inconvenience and whatever. So I got quiet because I still was gonna go back to Jacksonville. The old me would have went back to Jacksonville based off you playing with me like some sucker. I would have went back to Jacksonville. But the professional me and the business owner me and the mindset is to stop taking things so personal. Don't take everything personal, but at the end of the day, these brokers be playing with you. But you may not even talk to that same person ever again in life. So that's what taught me to kind of be a little lenient on certain situations, because I may not talk to that man again in life. So he said, we're going to give you $300. It wasn't even about the money. $300 on top of the $282 I was making. Right? So it wasn't even about the money. It was about the principle. It was the principle. I honor principle and principalities. I honor that. I'm going to respect my situation. From the streets to the personal world, everything is going to be respected. But when you play with me, nah, we ain't going to even go there. So basically, I'm only telling y'all this to say, you got to know your shit. You got to know the situation that you in, and you got to stand on it. Sometimes you'll be in a fucked up situation you can't do nothing about. I was in Denver. Had to do a layover because they gave me the wrong order number, and the company say we close at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. Try back at 6 or 7 a.m. So I say, hey man, they closing. Y'all owe me money, and I know they don't really pay the layovers. I have a problem with them paying layovers. So what can I do? I'm in Denver. This load is sending me to Georgia, damn near by Florida, and I'm ready to go home. So sometimes you be put in a situation where you're going to gamble. You're going to tell them, I ain't going to get the load. Because what I tell them is y'all need to update the pay right now. Update the rate card. Update the pay in a system where I can see it right now, or I ain't grabbing that motherfucker. I ain't touching it. So that's what y'all got to do, man. Y'all got to tell them people you ain't moving until you get confirmation that you got paid. You need it in black and white. That's the only way you're going to get paid 99% of the time. You got to get it in black and white. You do. But again, you be put in situations that you really don't want to compromise. You know what I mean? Because if I'm in Denver, now I got to say, if I was the asshole, hey, I'm not taking your load until you update my pay. Well, the manager don't come until in the morning. It's all bullshit. It's always an excuse. I could have said I refused the load. But now I got to gamble and wait on something else, hopefully, to get me back towards Florida when I already got something. So am I going to let $200 come between me trying to gamble for a whole load tomorrow and I already got a good paying load going back, or do I just wait the little couple hours? So you just got to use your head and don't allow your emotions to kind of take over a situation that'll put you in a messed up situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to act off of emotion, right? That's what a lot of women do. We don't want to act off. Women, y'all shouldn't act off emotion too, but y'all do it. It's how you were born, how you were wired. That's another story. But at the end of the day, man, and the situation that I'm talking about now, where they gave me $300. They gave me $300 because they know they was playing with me, and they found out that I wasn't the one to play with when they looked at my GPS and saw me hitting it back to Jacksonville. They said, oh, not him. He not the one. Hey, we'll give you $300. I ain't even asked you for $300. I asked you for $250, but you had to throw the $3 in there because you tried to fuck me over. And I almost got on the highway and said, but I didn't. I didn't do it. So what I mean by knowing your shit, what I do know is I was going to take that hour and 20-minute drive. Either way, them little 77 miles, I was going to go to Lake City, come right back to Jacksonville. You know what I mean? $75 for fuel or something like. Big deal. I make $200 at least. There's no factoring and all that behind it. So pocketing $200 in 3 hours. You know what I mean? So, hey, whatever. It is what it is. I hadn't already worked for the day. At least this was a late load. That's why I took it. I was at already probably like $600 already. You know what I'm saying? For the day. So just getting an extra couple $100, like, why the fuck not? You know what I mean? But I knew that they had to pay me if I came back to Jacksonville because they were closed. They would have had to still pay me my $282. Y'all would have still had to pay me. Either way it go, I am in a win-win situation. So why are you playing with somebody that's in a win-win situation? I can go home and y'all still got to pay me. So I told myself, I say, I can go home and still get paid. Or I can go ahead, if they give me this $250, I'll stay, help them out or whatever. Spend $100 on the hotel, pocket $150, you know what I mean? Pay for my fuel or whatever. So, and then I say, listen, if they let me go back to Jacksonville, they're going to have to rebook the load. I got it for $282. You know what I mean? You're going to have to pay somebody else another $282, $300. You're going to lose the money anyway. Either way it go, you're going to spend that money. And then then the clients are going to be pissed off with you because now the load is late. You got to get somebody to go back out there. And you better hope that that person don't break down and they not late. It's already here. So I considered all of that and say, I got the bigger stick in the situation. I got the most advantage. You know what I mean? But the fact that they tried to treat me like a used car dealership pissed me off. You ever went to the dealership and say, hey, man, I give you $5,000 for the car? Hey, man, nah, we can't do 5. We at least need 6,000. All right, you have a good day. Then you walking out the gate. Hey, wait a minute. They'll let you get all the way to the gate because they like to call your bluff. They'll let you get all the way to the gate and say, you know what, we can go ahead and do the 5, man. We want your business anyway. We want you to come back and buy another car. Right? But they want to see what you're going to really be about your business and stand on business by leaving that dealership. So the same thing with me. They saw me finna get ready to get on 95. I was finna get ready to get on 95. 3-4 minutes away from it. Oh, this guy ain't bullshitting. First time they called me, swear to God, I hit the answer machine on their ass. I sent them right to voicemail. Y'all got me fucked up like I'm pissed off. This the old me. So they called again, back to back. I said, oh, let me answer. We'll give you $300, man. That's how he started the conversation off. He said, I'll update the pay right now. Why did he say he'll update the pay right now? Because they know they be bullshitting, man. They know they be playing with money. So here is the pay. I don't care, man. I went there. Hell, they can't, it ain't nothing. But I went there. You know what I'm saying? See that 582 payout? Know your worth. Don't let them play with you. But also know the situation that you in and see if you got leverage. If not, don't fuck with the company again. You know what I mean? But anyway, I want to share that with y'all because, man, you gotta know your shit. Or listen to somebody like myself that's going to put you on game. So when you feel like you're familiar with a situation that you never been in, it's because y'all been listening to me or been listening to somebody else that's been doing this. You know what I mean? But a lot of content on here is really kind of showing the glam life. Making it seem like the BoxTruck game is where it's at. Not telling them people that a lot of them ain't going to last 2 years. Or a lot of them ain't going to last 6 months. You know what I mean? So, listen to somebody, man, learn, man. It ain't a lot, but brokers play games. That's all I got to say. I want to show y'all something. I just juiced. So, this is my first time I don't know why it's sitting up like that. This is my first time trying Yaki Awakening. I'm going to give my boy a free promotion. This is Juice. His little Juice plan. He don't like he need my damn promotion anyway. It ain't like the next Dr. Sabi or something, man. But anyway, Yaki, if you see this, brother, I'm going to do your juice. So I think this will hold me for maybe 2 days. Maybe 2 days. Y'all think? It's a big mason jar, man. Yes, sir. So I'm going to try that for a couple days. Maybe I go more than... I know this will hold me for 2 days, but if God bless me to go more, I would like to go more. I'm already 64 days. This is my 64th day, no meat. Not a vegetarian, just somebody with strict discipline. You want to do trucking? Get your fucking mind right. Because mentally, you got to be able to hang, bro. And it ain't nothing like being disciplined. Find something disciplined. I ain't talking about nothing easy. I'm going to stay off Facebook. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not going to watch TV tomorrow. Like, nah, do something hard. Do something to when you lay down on the bed, you like, damn, man, I really wanted to do that today. The more you discipline yourself, the more character you build, the better of an individual you become, the better that you can treat others. It's easy to slow react. You know what I mean? Like, people can't bring you out of your character. It give you the ability to listen to the room, to read the room, to like you're in... you got a whole different mindset going on than people know. You know? And then your health will be way better. You know, you get optimal health. If a lot of y'all feel sluggish, and when you wake up in the morning, it's another day. I need to hit the lottery. Like, if you got that mentality and stuff, man, do a fast. Try. If you tell yourself that you're going to fast for, I don't know what it can be. It can be sweets. It can be sugar. I'm not going to eat nothing sweet. If you tell, that's a hard one too. But if you tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to do that for 3 days, and you only can do it the first day, because you're going to say, man, that's too hard. I tried it before. It ain't no I tried it before. That's not the end. Go back next month. Go back in 2 more weeks. Go back in 3 more weeks. Try it again. That one day that you did, the next time you do it, it may turn into a day and a half, more than likely. Or it may turn into 2 days. You know, if all you can do is 2 days, don't give up. Try it again. Like, you got to train your body a lot of times to know that something different is occurring in it. There is no way, years ago, I could have woke up and said, you know what? I'm not going to eat meat for 60 days. Wasn't going to happen. Matter of fact, whenever I start doing this, I do this every year, a couple months out the year. But when I started doing this, it was hard as hell. It was hard as hell. I didn't think I can do it again. I just didn't. But I did, you know, with praying and everything. And, you know, you need that discipline. If not, you're going to, whenever you start feeling like life is all over the place and you stressed out and, you know, then you might have this, that going on and the kids and whoop the whoop. Instead of taking a drink, take a fast. It's tough. But it'll help. But anyway, man, I talk way longer than I should, man. Y'all know who it is, gang. Your boy BoxTruck BJ. Keep trucking. Stay prayed up. Stop getting fucking full on the road. Because how you supposed to drive for 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, and you're full. And now you falling asleep behind the wheel, or you fighting your sleep because you done ate all kind of gas station pizzas, Debbie cakes, Tootsie Roll Pops, McDonald's. Let me get a number 4 at Chick-fil-A. How you gonna stay up? A lot of rich people need to tell y'all what they do in life. There's a lot of disciplined people in life, in different areas, not just food, but they're disciplined in the way that they wake up. They're disciplined in the time that they spend and don't spend. They disciplined with knowing who to hang around and who not to hang around. They disciplined in knowing who to answer the phone for, who not to answer the phone for, who to stay on the phone with for 10 minutes and who to stay on the phone with for an hour. They're disciplined in knowing. I'm talking wealthy, not the rich rappers, nothing against, but I'm just saying not people that make you feel like life is all about money and finances. We're not talking about them. You know what I mean? We're talking about some real people, man. But anyway, I got to go, man. BoxTruck BJ, I'm gone. Keep trucking. Stay played up.